Hello, folks. Evolve Benton here, the Speaking for Profit coach. If you're listening right now, put hashtag live in the comments. If you're listening in the near and dear future, put hashtag replay. I am excited about today's training and conversation on how I got 8,000 followers on LinkedIn and have made over $200,000 in the last couple of years through the platform. So as we get into this conversation, I really want you to think to yourself, what's your why? Because I'm going to share with you some of the strategies and LinkedIn. And a lot of people ask me, is it LinkedIn? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? It's whatever platform you choose to use. You can monetize any of these places. LinkedIn has been powerful for me and my clients because we do a lot of work with organizations. But for you who have clients that you're working with, maybe you're a coach or a consultant, Facebook might be that place for you. But the one thing that we're all doing is we're building relationships with people and we have a mission. The reason we're talking today about LinkedIn in particular is one, I see a lot of coaches, a lot of consultants, a lot of speakers having some issues with LinkedIn. In fact, I was looking today, there was a coach who said they got some solicitation from LinkedIn Messenger that was awful. And they went on some rant about how they don't like LinkedIn because of that. And it was just so funny to me because when you build something that is powerful and profitable, you're going to have plenty of people who love it. And you also going to have plenty of people that hate it. But the great thing is it's still being brought up. And that means that the marketing on LinkedIn is doing well. People are still talking about it. So LinkedIn is the largest, I think right now, business platform that exists. 90% of Fortune 500 companies are on LinkedIn. They give you an opportunity to create content as a creator. It is a space where you can look for employment. It's also a space where you can build up your skills. They have a LinkedIn learning platform. And I believe recently LinkedIn got sold or bought by another company. So I don't know all the details on that, but I just know that the company is doing really well. And I think it's doing really well because we have so many social media platforms, but we don't have a lot of them that are connected directly to business. So we've got to find our pace when it comes to that. So I've been consistent and I connect with people every day. If I connect with people every day, there's a limit to how many people you can connect with on LinkedIn, but I don't worry about the limit, right? I connect with probably about 500 people a month. And if those people connect with me and we're in conversation, it's great. Sometimes it becomes a client relationship. Sometimes I find a coach, whatever it may be. So consistency. The other ways that I've been able to build my following on LinkedIn is through my professional journey. All of those jobs were because of people in my network saying, Evolve, I see that you're talented. I want you. Did I have to apply and go through interviews? Of course, it's a part of the bureaucracy of being on a campus. So when you're utilizing LinkedIn, I want you to think about it that way. You're showing up consistently because people are watching you. And when an opportunity comes up, you want them to be able to say, hey, Geronda, this opportunity is for you. Hey, Tiana, this opportunity is for you. Hey, Asante Love, this opportunity is for you. But if people don't see you, they won't know what you're doing and how to support your work. Oftentimes, what we do is we post one time, we don't get enough attention or enough engagement, and then we give up. Now let's talk a little bit about content. And then we're going to get into the money, right? How did I make 200,000? I'm going to wrap up with that. So content on LinkedIn that I find that does really well, right, are two pieces that I'm going to share with you because I like to give you all micro things to do. I don't want to give you something that's going to overwhelm you. So these are two pieces of content that you can be creating on there that's going to get more engagement. And the reason we want more engagement is it gives us an opportunity to get in deeper conversation with people who are following us. So what I don't like is when people have a whole bunch of followers, but they're not using them. It's like you got 8,000, 10,000 followers, but they're not even talking to you. What does it matter, right? So we have to work on our engagement so that the people who are following us can see us and get into more conversation with us, ultimately to do more business, make more money, right? So one piece of content that has worked really well for me has been storytelling, right? So, and you can do that going live like I am today. So shouts out to everybody that's here from LinkedIn. Or you can do that by writing out stories. LinkedIn is a platform that loves to see the written work, right? They love language. So commit to telling a story once a week. And it doesn't have to be a story that's dramatic or traumatic. It could just be about your day in the life of your work. It could be some tips that you've learned, some stories that I've been telling recently, or books that I've been reading and things that I've learned from them. So create the content and the stories out of your life. What do you have going on right now? How are you preparing for the holidays? How are you preparing for 2024? What are some things that you're doing in your life, right? Story content thrives on LinkedIn. So tell stories. And if you need help digesting your stories into something that could be a little bit more acceptable on LinkedIn, you can always use ChatGPT and be like, hey, ChatGPT, can you rewrite this post for LinkedIn? And it'll give you language that will be a little bit more acceptable on that platform and a little bit more professional, right? Attention public speakers, coaches, and consultants. Ever dreamt of booking 5-figure speaking and consulting contracts? In just 5 days, I'm teaching my tried and tested system to elevate your speaking and consulting business. Forget the cold emails, bypass the salesy pitches. This challenge is about building genuine high-value connections. And here's a promise I have for you. With a commitment of just 1 to 2 hours a day for 5 days, you're going to witness transformative results. On day 1, you'll learn how to craft a business strategy without cold emails or paying to speak. Day 2 is all about you redefining your profile to attract decision makers ready to invest in your expertise. By day 3, you'll have your very own 5-figure sales system to turn contacts into clients. By day 4, we will have you automating your funnel with proven templates and scripts. And day 5, I'm going to teach you how to master the art of discovery calls with a step-by-step checklist and exclusive 5-figure sales secrets. Whether you're just stepping onto the speaking scene or you're a seasoned pro, this challenge is tailor-made for you. I'm going to teach you the exact strategies that have helped me help my clients make over $2 million in the last 2 years. The journey to a thriving 5-figure speaking and consulting business begins with this challenge. So are you ready to redefine your limits, accelerate your growth, and bask in the limelight of your success? I want you to join the 5 days to 5-figure speaking challenge now. Let's rewrite your success story together. Simply head over to speakingforprofit.com. You're going to click that button that says 5 days to 5-figure speaking gigs so you can get started with the challenge. Can't wait to see you there. Now let's talk about the bag, because I know that's why y'all here. Y'all like $200,000, that's a nice amount of money. I mean, I told y'all I worked at a medical school, right? So that's a cardiologist's salary, right? I know it because I worked with a couple of them, right? So it's a nice amount of money to make on a platform. And what I'll say is, one, the reason I've been able to make money through LinkedIn is through building relationships and reputation. And 2, the way that I price myself. I can get to a $200,000 a lot quicker because I'm not speaking and consulting for lower than $3,000 to $5,000, right? I'm not doing that. I'm not speaking and consulting for lower than that. So it doesn't take me a lot of work to get to that level. So that's the first thing, is the way you're pricing yourself. And if you're not sure on how you want to price your business, like your business model, we do have a free training that I've done on how to price yourself. Just put the word price in the comments and I'll send it over to you. My team member will, because pricing is so important. If you're only charging a couple of $100s, it's going to be really hard for you to get to 200,000, no matter how many people you meet on LinkedIn. So pricing has been one of the main things. What I'm trying to do is build relationships with companies where I can help them on a longer term basis, because I know the work that I do is going to take more than one session. It's probably going to take a focus group, an external review. It's going to take some data collection, right? We're doing some really groundbreaking work when it comes to adding culture and inclusive value to companies and organizations. So it's not just a one-off. So what I've done is I've built relationships where I get a one-off opportunity and then I'm like, can we scale this? Can I help you on a deeper level? So when I go back to people and I have a follow-up conversation, and we have a whole follow-up framework that we work on in Speaking for Profit University, my conversation is, this went really well. What it looks like when we 10 times this. Why don't we talk about doing this for the next 6 months? And then I come up with a proposal on how we can work together, right? Not just one time, but over time. That's when we're able to talk about 20, 30, 40, $50,000 contracts, because there's an opportunity for us to not just do one piece of work, but to really build out some infrastructure. So I'm not doing this with everyone. Y'all notice that. It's not the one to everybody. It's the unique few that I work with in a one-off opportunity, it goes really well and I feel aligned. And then I ask them if we can work on a deeper and a longer contract. And that's how I'm able to build that type of relationship and make that type of money on the platform. So getting on a call, exploratory call, getting the information, being able to provide feedback. And the last thing, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I say no a lot. There's a lot of things that I've said no to. If it's lower than the price that I want to be paid, if it doesn't feel good or integrity with my own personal brand, I've said no. And that's one of the reasons why I'm no longer working in the diversity, equity, inclusion field as an employee. I may go back eventually as a consultant, but as an employee, because I want the opportunity to make the decision on who I work with and how I work with them. And sometimes when you're an employee at a campus or a corporate organization, you can't say no to a lot of this stuff. You got to just kind of do what people say. It's just a part of the work, right? So for me, I say no to a lot. I say a no so that I can get more aligned yeses. I want more aligned yeses. I want more hell yeses. I want more yeses that are, $5,000 and above. I want to make it easeful for me. And that's the thing that my family and I are building on. And what I mean by my family, I mean my family here at Speaking for Profit University is easeful abundance. I hope you all have an amazing day. And don't forget, go on and connect with me on LinkedIn. All right, y'all. Peace.